On September 15, 2017, the Cassini spacecraft made its final descent, plunging into the atmosphere of Saturn and bringing to an end its legendary 13-year mission. Scientists believed that everything Cassini had to offer had already been extracted, its data analyzed, its images archived, and its story concluded, but they were wrong. Hidden within Cassini's last transmissions was something no one could have noticed at the time, something that would only surface years later thanks to a quantum artificial intelligence system tasked with decoding those final images. What it revealed has left researchers stunned. This wasn't a vague blur in the clouds or a simple glitch dismissed by skeptics. What the AI uncovered was a structured, intelligent pattern concealed across Cassini's final visual captures, something that may have been watching us from the edge of Saturn all along. This revelation has reshaped everything we thought we knew about our solar system, and what follows may very well be the first true evidence suggesting we were never alone. Cassini's mission had already been a monumental achievement in the history of space exploration. It unveiled Saturn's hexagonal storms, the icy geysers erupting from Enceladus, and the methane lakes of Titan. As the spacecraft maneuvered between Saturn and its rings, it transmitted incredibly detailed high-resolution images of the planet's atmosphere, magnetic fields, and ring structures, images of a clarity unmatched by any before. Among these final transmissions were dozens of visually stunning photos that at the time seemed entirely routine. Scientists cataloged them, praised their beauty, and moved on, but within those images were anomalies, subtle distortions, repeating geometric patterns, and faint echoes that didn't fit. A handful of researchers took notice, but without the tools or context to investigate further. They dismissed these anomalies as technical artifacts or visual noise. For years the images lay untouched, gathering digital dust, that is, until advancements in quantum computing and a surge of curiosity resurrected them from obscurity. In 2025, a private research facility fed Cassini's final visual data into a state-of-the-art quantum AI built specifically to detect subvisual data patterns within astronomical imagery. The original goal was simple: clean up noisy data and produce clearer images, but the AI returned more than just sharpened visuals. It discovered something embedded deep within the layers of the imagery, repeated symmetrical pattern, a signal, one that had been hiding in plain sight and was invisible to the human eye. Initially, researchers thought the AI might be hallucinating or interpreting random noise as structure, but the pattern reappeared consistently across multiple image files at different timestamps and taken from varying angles. The conclusion was undeniable: the AI hadn't made a mistake, it had uncovered something that had always been there. Cassini, as it fell towards Saturn, had seen something, a presence, and it had been looking back. As the team dove deeper into the data, the findings grew even more unsettling. The AI began extracting numerical sequences embedded within the image pixels, sequences that included prime numbers, Fibonacci spirals, golden ratios, and mathematical constants, universally recognized by human science. These are patterns often associated with hypothetical interstellar communication, clear, deliberate symbols of intelligence. This wasn't simply a shape, it was a message. What made this more remarkable was how closely this discovery mirrored humanity's own attempt to communicate with alien life, specifically through the Voyager Golden Record, which used math and science to represent our intelligence to unknown civilizations. But this time the message wasn't outbound, it was inbound. It appeared that Cassini hadn't just sent data, it had received a response, and that response was woven directly into what had been assumed were natural atmospheric visuals. It was as though something had anticipated our search and left a trail, encoded in the universal language of numbers. The more images the AI processed, the clearer the message became. Cassini hadn't just captured clouds and gas, it had recorded a highly structured presence, one that warped the surrounding space like a lens. This presence didn't behave like a natural object, it was too precise, its symmetry too exact, its movements too deliberate. And then came the most chilling detail. As Cassini dropped lower into Saturn's atmosphere, the patterns grew sharper, more defined, until in one final frame they disappeared. Whether the entity moved, cloaked itself, or simply deactivated its visibility, it seemed to vanish just after confirming it had been seen. Some experts now suggest that Cassini's final data stream wasn't just the conclusion of a mission, it was a moment of indirect contact, not through radio signals or blinking lights, but through silence, geometry, and presence, something old, something not meant to be understood until we built machines capable of deciphering the truth. Saturn has always stood apart in the cosmic landscape. Beyond its mesmerizing rings and chaotic storms, it has long defied scientific expectations. For years, scientists have noted that Saturn emits more heat than it receives from the sun, suggesting some internal source of energy not fully understood. Its magnetic field, too, is bizarre, failing to align with its rotation like the rest of the planets. These mysteries painted a picture of a world that might be hiding something deep within. The decoded data from Cassini only deepens these questions. The AI detected mathematical signals weren't just aesthetic, some correlated with specific latitudinal points on Saturn's surface. These points aligned with previously noted magnetic anomalies, as though the intelligence that left the message understood Saturn's unique properties and deliberately hid its signal in the least understood, most unstable regions, places where our instruments faltered. Perhaps that intelligence knew we wouldn't look there until now. When news of the decoded images leaked, the scientific community erupted in debate. Was this an extraordinary coincidence? Pattern seeking gone too far, or had Cassini unwittingly served as the messenger of a cosmic reply, an interstellar postcard we weren't ready to receive until now? Top physicists and AI theorists weighed in. Some insisted that the emergence of prime numbers and golden ratios was statistically impossible to occur by chance. Others noted that such symmetry is unnatural in a turbulent environment like Saturn's, unless something intelligent imposed it. And then there was the twist: the AI didn't just detect patterns, it began to anticipate them. After analyzing just a few clusters, it accurately predicted where the next sequences would appear in untouched data sets. This suggested not randomness but a systematic code, a message following logic and intent. One particular image now lies at the heart of the mystery. According to mission logs, Cassini was set to capture a rapid burst of 12 frames in its final seconds before disintegration, yet when the transmission logs were reviewed post-decoding, only 11 frames were recoverable. One was missing. And this wasn't a typical glitch. Engineers confirmed the full transmission was received. The missing frame wasn't lost, it was never decoded. When the quantum AI re-examined the raw binary data, it found the missing data packet, but its contents were scrambled beyond interpretation like a lock with no key. Some now believe this 12th image may have contained the clearest proof yet, a direct form, maybe even a symbol, and that its contents triggered an automatic encryption mechanism beyond our current capacity to decode. Why else would it be hidden unless someone or something wanted it that way? Since the Cassini revelations surfaced, a strange quiet has settled over the astrophysical community. NASA has released no official statements regarding the decoded images. The private quantum AI lab responsible for the discovery has gone silent. Their website now redirects to a generic placeholder. Scientists who had previously spoken to the media now decline interviews. Some claim their funding was suddenly revoked. Others hint that non-disclosure agreements were swiftly enforced. What began as a Footnote: in space exploration has veered into territory some now consider classified. To some it's paranoid, others it's a cover-up, but through the silence one truth remains: something was seen, something was decoded, and someone doesn't want us to fully grasp what Cassini witnessed as it plunged into the heart of Saturn. Cassini was meant to be the final chapter in our exploration of Saturn, an elegant fiery finale to one of NASA's most ambitious missions, but now it appears that this ending was really a beginning, perhaps a warning, perhaps an invitation. The idea that an artificial intelligence trained decades after Cassini's launch could uncover a hidden pattern embedded in its final moments isn't just poetic, it's revolutionary. It proves that our tools for exploring the universe are advancing faster than our understanding of what the universe might be trying to show us. Maybe the cosmos was waiting for us to catch up, because if a machine could decode what human eyes missed, if a spacecraft unknowingly recorded a signal from an intelligence far beyond our own, then one haunting question lingers above all else: who or what left the message? And how long have they been watching us? As we've been watching the stars,